going on, guys? Anthony AMG checking in. Let's talk about this image that I shot last week at the hockey rink with the D750 and the 70 to 200 2.8. You can see all the settings that I used here. So what you're going to need the fast shutter speed. Obviously, anything over 1,000th of a second. You're going to try to shoot as open as you can with the lens you have. If you have a 2.8, obviously that's probably where you want to be. You can really blow out the background of the goalie and the net, and you really get a nice popping image from your subject. I was at 135 mils, and I was at ISO 2000, so you'll notice that it's pretty clean. It's actually really clean at ISO 2000. I didn't have a photo hole. Most of your local hockey rinks probably won't. So if you're shooting through glass, find obviously a clean piece that doesn't have a lot of streaks on it, marks on it from the hockey players, and try to pick a good spot, and obviously go from there. That goes without saying. The first thing I like to do is the profile correction from the lens that you use. So basically in Lightroom they have this handy dandy feature where you just click it and it will know the lens that you used. It has a whole list of them, especially for Nikon and Canon and popular manufacturers that are listed right here. So I like to do that right away because that really changes the game as far as enabling the profile corrections, and you get a better reality of a picture of reality what was going on. Anyway, so what I'd like to do is I pull up on exposure, tad, starts to look a little, and what you see here is really an effect of the glass, and it's not the glass of the lens, the glass that's in front of me when I'm shooting the hockey players. So we're going to pull up on exposure, we'll give it a little contrast. We're starting to see a little bit of a better image. We're going to pull back on the blacks, we're going to pull back on the shadows, and we're going to pull back on a little bit of the yellows here. We're going to pull up on the blues, and we can see really fast. A little bit more exposure. We're starting to get a really nice image of the D750 with the 70 to 200. Let's go into 1:1. Take a look around. As soon as that clears up, nice. Yeah, that looks actually pretty good. It's a little grainy, but I think that's more of an effect of the glass really affecting the final outcome of the image. But if you wanted to take this to print, if you want to put this on a website, this is more than acceptable to print or to showcase or put in your portfolio. So that is the quickest way that I can show an image based on the hockey pictures that I do take. I wouldn't really change much else, to be honest with you. I would maybe sharpen it up a tad. I mean, if you really bring the noise reduction down, I mean, you guys can decide if this looks good or not. It really did clean things up and make things look a little bit. Let's see, that actually looks okay, right? Looks pretty good. I think I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. Looks pretty good. I'd print that. But that's basically everything that I would do. I wouldn't do really much else. I don't fiddle too much with the hockey images. You can see the settings that I use. ISO 2000, shot at 135/2.8. I'm always over 1,000th of a shutter at the shutter speed. I find this no motion blur at all over 1,000. But you really got to jack the ISO up if you want to get this kind of. You want to freeze the action there. So even if I pull up an exposure just a tad, let me start to blow it out too much. So let's bring it back down. I think that's pretty good. I think that was a really good quick edit, and then we'll do our quick before and after before I sign off. So that's what we started with, and this is where we wound up. Next time I'm going to I'll shoot a little high by maybe I'll go to a little bit higher on the ISO next time. But that's all we have for today. That was a quick photo edit for hockey, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and that is the news for today, and I'm out of here.